Hello, I'm Denise LaFrance. Coming up on City Beat, the city of Las Cruces is weighing options for a new pool. We'll show you what's being talked about. Technology is helping keep peace, and it's in the shape of a small little camera. Find out how it benefits both the police department and the folks officers encounter. This month, we'll meet a man who holds two positions in the city of Las Cruces. By day, he's a grappler operator. By evening, a referee. That's in the January edition of City Jobs. And a look at the new city's website will explain what features you can expect to see. These stories and more next. Happy New Year and welcome to City Beat for the month of January. If you're a swimmer, there may be good news ahead. The city of Las Cruces is considering adding a new pool to its already popular aquatic facilities. CLC TV's Jennifer Martinez explains.
Swimming at Fringer Pool could soon be a limited activity. At about 50 years old, this pool may have already seen its lifespan. City Council is reviewing options for a new pool, from one that is about the size of Fringer to one that could more than double its size.
Well, the lowest cost option would be almost the duplication of this type of pool. A little bit bigger, a 25-yard by 25-meter, about $5 to $6 million. That would be outdoors. And on the high end, about $18 million for a 25-yard by 50-meter with a diving tank and full competitive pool.
At a December work session, Johnston showed council members slides explaining what the city would get for what it would spend. Their first crucial decision is determining what size of pool to move forward on. With a full package pool, the city would consider asking legislators to assist, as well as other groups.
Well, we definitely will need to have a funding source. So the legislators will be very, very important. Also our partners. Perhaps NMSU will partner with us, the Las Cruces Public Schools. Currently, Las Cruces Public Schools, they don't have any swimming pools in their system. So they may be a perfect partner. So if we were to pool our partnerships and some additional funding, it could come to fruition.
And council seems to agree on which pool option to build from.
Council consensus was let's build it. It'll probably have to be phased, but let's do it for the full $18 million price tag and end up with a full competitive pool at the end.
Excited. I'm personally excited for the city to build a new pool. I think that's awesome.
Victoria Francis was a member of a Las Cruces swim club who says Fringer was short some of the necessities to draw in competitive swimming events.
I love the idea. Because I used to be on LCAT, I know how important it is to have a big pool, like an Olympic-sized pool, and then also like stands, bleachers for family and people viewing the swimming events to be able to sit down comfortably and watch it. I would think it's a great idea.
The option that City Council is favoring would likely be placed here on the Hadley Complex, adjacent to the Regional Aquatic Center. If funding allows, in about 6 years, we could be attracting competitive swimmers from surrounding states.
Well, if we build a completely competitive pool, I mean the full meal deal, spectator area, we'll be drawing regionally from the whole Southwest, from Texas, Colorado, Arizona, that our reach with a really beautiful facility will be way outside of the limits of just New Mexico. Up in the Northwest, prime examples are the Weyerhaeuser Aquatic Center. They draw from the whole West Coast. And so we're hoping to have that type of draw for our facility, and it will be an economic driver.
The new pool would probably arrive in 3 different stages. For City Beat, I'm Jennifer Martinez.
Thanks, Jennifer. We'll keep you up to date on the council's final decision in future episodes of City Beat and what legislators think about requests for funding. It's no secret that police cameras can quickly identify a problem, whether it's an unruly citizen or an officer who may need to have his behavior corrected. This month, we'll show you the cameras that officers use and how they can benefit you.
Back in 2011, I was originally assigned to the Traffic Safety Committee, which comprised of Grants and then Augie Henry with the city throughout the state, or doing a state program. The goal at that point in time was based on a grant that we were going to give approximately $10,000 for to augment, whether it be a in-car type video system and or a body camera lapel system. We tested and evaluated several different camera systems with the overall goal of gathering video audio data to protect the officer, to protect the department, reduce overall liability, and to enhance accountability with our community contacts. The same system that I'm currently wearing right now on my right lapel, the eye of the camera is at the shoulder level, and then the body of the camera system, to activate and deactivate, the officer has the choice of wearing it on their belt or in their front pocket, of which I'm wearing. And the activation button is large enough that it is not a simple manipulation of one of the issues that we had previously with Scorpion, that you can actually index it through the shirt pocket, the material, so it's more user friendly. Starting out in the initial implementation phase, we will have 72 to deploy into the field. My goal is within 2 to 3 years that every uniformed officer will be wearing the Axon Flex camera system. The whole goal is to be transparent, that if our officers are acting within a professional manner and then the guidelines, the scope of their authority and duty, that it basically solidifies whatever action that they take, whether that may be an arrest, a SWAT application, even say a verbal confrontation, and can protect the officer with complaints. And if the officer acted unprofessionally, then we can correct that behavior moving forward into the future.
The new cameras will come at a cost of just over $300,000 for a 5-year program. The first year's investment will be a little under $85,000. The Munson Center is back open and operating. Meanwhile, the new billiards room is still under construction. The Munson Center closed briefly in December for renovations to the HVAC system, and a new roof was being worked on. Now workers continue to construct the billiards room that will allow for more open space at the entrance to the building. In our January edition of City Jobs, we talk with a contract employee for the city who says it's all about the kids. He works with them in sports, but this employee is different. We get a kind of 2-for-1 because he also works a day job for the city. Today we introduce you to Dennis Lovato.
Keep going up. You got 2, George. You got white 6 with a hit. 2.
My name is Dennis Lovato. I work for the city of Las Cruces as a contract referee for basketball.
Ball in.
I had a bunch of other friends that were doing it, and they asked me to start doing it because they knew my daughter played and they needed help. And I went, and I thought it was going to be an easy thing to do, but it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. You got to know a lot of rules. You got to know the rules. You got to implement the rules. You got to be, I guess, vocal. You got to be. There's a lot of things you got to know about the game that you don't need to know when you play the game.
She carried it.
I love working with the kids. You know, you always have good kids out there that are trying hard. You also have those bad kids, but most kids are all good out there. They're all working hard, and they're out there for the game. You will never have a perfect game, I say.
Black, we got black ball.
But there's some calls that you think of, you'll go back home and you'll think about, and you'll say, "Damn, I missed that. I'll look for it next time," or "I shouldn't have called that." It happens. It happens to everybody. You just learn from your mistakes and move on.
We got black 8 with a hold.
Coaches get upset and they've yelled everything you can think of at me. They've yelled things I can't even say on camera. Parents are the worst. They get the kids riled up. The parents hear the parents yell at the kids and get the kids riled up, and that's what does it.
We got going up. We got 2.
You know what? We're not perfect. No, we're not saying we're out there to be perfect. We're trying to work hard for them, and they don't understand that, and I guess. And if they were out there, they'd see it a different way. Not only do I work for the City of Las Cruces as a referee, I work as a grappler driver during the day. You know, I enjoy working for the city because of the people. The people are good people here. We all are here to do a job, and everybody does do their job. I've been doing this for 6 years, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy working with the people I do work with as an official, and I plan on doing it for many more years to come. And I hope I still have the physical ability to do it.
Thank you, Dennis. If you'd like to learn more about a particular city job, please email us at contact@clctv.com. A look at the Aggie basketball schedule a month in advance, plus details on the minimum wage ordinance that is now in effect. That and more in our City Minute. The NMSU men's basketball team continues their schedule in February. The Aggies tip off against Seattle U and Bakersfield, and in March it's Chicago State. All games begin at 7 p.m. at the Pan Am. The Parks and Rec Department is calling on teen artists to showcase their talents for the Chaos Collaboration Art Show, which runs February 20th through the 27th at Frank O'Brien Papin Community Center. A reception and open mic night takes place on the 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. For details, head to the city's Facebook page or call 541-2455. Have antiques you're ready to part with? You could be a part of the History Channel show American Pickers. The show expressed interest in visiting Las Cruces. For more details, you can call 1-855-OLD-RUST. And the city's new minimum wage increased to $8.40 per hour on January 1st. The tipped minimum wage is 40% of the minimum wage, or $3.36 per hour. Employers must post documentation for employees on the current minimum wage. More information is available online at las-cruces.org. The City of Las Cruces is launching a new website that will have a fresh new look and be easier to navigate. Part of the improvement is finding information by theme. CLC TV's Udelvi Hill has more in this edition of Ask the.
Hello and welcome. Our guest for this edition of ASTA is Jamie Rickman, Community Liaison for the City of Las Cruces. Jamie, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, the City of Las Cruces has a brand new website to better serve its residents. What are some of the features of the new website?
Well, some of the features people will notice a brand new look. It looks totally different from our previous website, and we're using more photos to give it more color and action. And the information's better presented than it has been in the past. It also has responsive technology, which means anybody who has a smartphone or a tablet can be able to access the information fully, and it's fully responsive to those devices.
Oh, that's a big help.
It is. And then also other things we're looking at are just generally improved content, which is focused on helping people find what they need fast.
A couple of clicks at most, maybe?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, the website is organized by topic. Tell us how that's going to make it easier to navigate.
Yes, in the past it's been organized kind of how departments have been organized. The information has been organized by department. So the public has a difficult time understanding where things might live. So now when you go to find permits or licenses or things along those lines, you go for those topics, for those keywords. And so you'll be able to do searches that way, and you'll be able to find information much faster because it's organized, again, by topic that will help you get where you need to fast.
Okay. And what are some of the other features of the new website?
Well, we have a better search function that's embedded in the system, and we have the ability to adapt to new technology as it progresses over time. And we'll also have a freshness date that's on pages so people can trust the information they have as current and relevant to them at the time.
Okay, very good. Well, that's going to be a big help to the community, and thank you for all your efforts in getting it launched.
Absolutely. It's been my pleasure, and it's been a great team effort among all the departments within the city.
Okay. Jamie Rickman, Community Liaison for the City of Las Cruces, thank you for joining us on ASTA.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Udell. The City of Las Cruces wishes you a great new year, and we hope to see you here throughout 2015 for new episodes of City Beat. That's all for this episode. Remember to tune in for live City Council meetings right here on Mondays at 1 p.m. Plus, all archived meetings and programs can be found on clctv.com. Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise LaFrance.